All right, how's it going, everybody? Hopefully, you didn't hear that. But if you did, well, bonus material for you, I guess. All right, so thanks for showing up, everybody. My name is Mark Harmon, and this is the Comic on Demand show. That almost sounds like I said the Man Show. Welcome to the Man Show. Now, there's a Comic on Demand show. Let's see. You know what? Before we even get started, before I even tell you what this is, I kind of wanted to show you something real quick. So if anybody's sort of wondering, you're going to see my screen here for a second. Okay, so here is, for example, here is the Penguin comic that I did like 3 weeks ago or something like that. So this is what the comic looked like when I was done with the show. Okay, so that's what it looked like. And you know how I said that I work on them after the show? So I kind of want to just show you what it looks like now so you can kind of get an idea of what these look like when they're finished. So yeah, so here's what it looked like when I was done drawing it on the live show. And here's what it looks like now. Okay, so all the penguins are all like colored in and nice and neat, right? And the lines are cleaned up and the pencils. Now I still have to like do the words and stuff. I haven't gotten to the words yet, but so anyway, that's the difference between the ones that are done and the ones that are, or what they look like before, and then what they look like before, and then what they look like after, when they're finished. Anyway, so this is the Comic on Demand show. If you don't know what it is, this is where I draw a 4-panel comic that looks like this. And as you can see, it is blank. That is because I am going to let you, the people watching, I'm going to let you decide what I draw. So this is how it's going to work. I have a couple rules. If you're not aware, I have three rules, I think. One, so I want to keep this PG, so I don't take any suggestions of anything super overly graphic or sexual or whatever. Two, I don't take any suggestions of any like name brands or any pre-existing characters like Superman, SpongeBob, whatever. And three, I don't do celebrities. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. You will see a different little screen pop up with a little dancing guy. And then I'm going to put go in the chat, okay? So when I put go in the chat, that is when you give your suggestions in the chat, okay? And the first 2 suggestions that come in after my post of go, those are the 2 suggestions I'm going to use to make this comic, okay? So ready? I'm going to change the screen here. Where's that? Right there. So I'm going to change the screen. I'm going to put go in the chat, and then you give me your suggestions. Okay, let's do it. All right, we have our first 2 suggestions, everybody. Our first suggestion is BYU Cougar, and the second suggestion is a furniture mover trying to install a mechanical bull. All right. So I'm going to change this text right here. Whoops, I made it disappear. I need to change it. All right. BYU Cougar. I'll go ahead and let that one slide because that's not really like a celebrity. It's more of a sports mascot. I get. Is that like a pre-existing? Whatever, dude. We'll let that one slide for now. Sandy, you're about to give me 4 rules now after this. Okay. BYU Cougar and I'm just gonna put furniture. Oh, you know what? Now I'm gonna do mechanical bull. All right. Because the BYU Cougar, he has a name, so he's kind of like a brand. And I said no brands, but we'll let it. Like I said, we'll let it slide this time. Okay, I'm gonna open up the Googles here real quick. You're gonna see a blurry screen. It's okay. Your eyes are not broken. I just blur it because I don't know what the copyright rules are. So when I go to Google and do stuff, I don't know if I'm gonna get like dinged for copyright for showing pictures that are copyrighted. Okay. Let's do that one and that one. Oh goodness, this image is huge. And my internet's slow, so it's all blurry, and I'm waiting for it to, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna wait for it to clear up. Okay, and then I need to Google mechanical bull, because I don't know what a mechanical bull looks like off the top of my head. Well, I mean, like, sure, I could probably guess, but okay, yeah, let's do that one. And this is probably real exciting right now, isn't it? Let's do that one. Okay. This is what you got to do sometimes. I should probably fix this camera. I mean, microphone. That's what it's called. I need to fix this microphone before next week. Okay. I'll go back to that when I need it. All right. Let's get this thing started here. Okay, a furniture mover trying to install a mechanical bull. Now the question is, maybe I might fudge the whole furniture mover part. Maybe I might just kind of can that. Sorry, Karen. I might just do it. Well, no, it might be all right. No, you know what? We're gonna go with it. What does a moving truck look like? We'll just pretend that it has a wheel back there. It's got the little ramp thing. Okay. Make sure I'm on camera. How was everybody's weekend? Did you do something fun? I need to... Sorry, I'm just putting my reference off to the side here. I didn't think I'd need it already, but I do. When I asked what people did over the weekend, someone said taxes, and I thought it said Texas. And so I thought it was like Texas, and then it had the barf emoji. I was like, whoa, dang, what are you... What are you crapping on Texas for? Taxes, yes. Taxes are dumb. Clean the house. Oh, that's boring. I did homework and clean the house, then church and stuff on Sunday. A lot of cleaning of the houses. What are you all doing during the week to get your houses so dirty that you have to clean it? What do you just like living your life? Give me a break. Give a little hint of a house back here, I guess. Okay. Can you all tell what's going on there? Okay. I still don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know what the punchline is yet. I just figured I need an establishing shot of movers and a mechanical bull. I need to like set it up. Well, excuse me. Oh. So, just setting up the scene. That part I never really have to think about because I'm kind of just drawing whatever you told me to draw, sort of. But now I actually have to think about what I'm doing here. Let's do this. Okay. What's the Cougar's name? The BYU Cougar's name? It's like Cosmo or something like that. Is it Cosmo the Cougar? It's like Cosmo Kramer. On Seinfeld, that's what Kramer's name is, Cosmo. Cosmo Kramer the Cougar. Well, we have a question. Who's ridden a mechanical bull before? I have. It's a workout for the hips. I never have. It sounds fun though. I've just never been in a situation where I've been around when someone would have a mechanical bull. I don't think I'd last very long on it. Well, here's the thing. I think I would last long on it because I'm like, oh, I could do it. But I bet I would fall off pretty quick. See, my ego says that I would last a long time on the bull, but reality would say otherwise, I imagine. I'm not gonna say that. Oh, well, I might as well. All right. So, oh boy. So you guys want to hear an embarrassing story? It's pretty bad. Speaking of like my ego thinking I can do something and then I can't, right? So, when my oldest son was in swim, when they're seniors, they have like the swimming awards or whatever, and then at the end of the awards, they always have all the parents, or it's usually the dad. I don't think I've ever seen a mom do it, but it's like all the dads of the swimmers. They then like race their swimming child during at this meeting. So it's like after they do the awards, they're like, all right, we're going to have the dads race their sons or whatever. And so no joke, I was like, dude, what happens if I beat him? Like, I'm totally going to beat him. And, oh man, it was pretty sad and pathetic. I did not even come close to beating him whatsoever. And I was like, dude, I was booking it as hard as I could, treading through that water. And I was doing like the simplest stroke, which is the freestyle. And I was just going as hard as I can. And he was doing like the hardest stroke, which is like, what is that? The butterfly. And he was just toying with me the whole time. He was just kind of like going for a leisurely stroll. He looked like he was just going for a little cruise in the pool. And I'm out there like fighting for my life, dude. Because my ego was like, dude, I'm totally going to beat him. But yeah, not even close, right? And then afterwards, I did not feel good at all. And then like when we got home, I started like dry heaving and stuff because I'd pushed it so hard trying to swim. Yeah, that was pretty great. So that was one of those times where my ego thought I could do something that I couldn't. Let's see. Nope. Not yet. That'll be the last panel, I guess. All right. See, the thing was, I'm pretty sure I could beat him in a foot race, so I just kind of assumed that I could beat him in a swim race, even though he had been swimming for years, and I had not been swimming for years. I was like, psh, how different could it be, right? Like running, swimming, psh, it's all the same, right? I was like, because I'm physically stronger than him, so I could just muscle through the water faster than he could, whatever. Dude, not even close. It was embarrassing. See, the thing that made it especially embarrassing, too, is because usually there's like 4 or 5 seniors, and so there's like the 5 seniors and then like the 5 dads, and then the whole pool, everybody jumps in, and they're like the whole pool's going crazy or whatever. But like when he was a senior, he was the only senior. So when they did this whole race thing, it was just me and him in the pool doing this race. So it was even like, I couldn't even hide how bad I was, you know? It was funny. No, I did not have floaters on. I have a big floater right here, and it helps me float. Oh, what in the... Hang on. Dude, this thing is not having a good time. It's got like this... It's got like this rod, this like support rod, but I think the support rod is hollow. It's not like a solid rod, so it's bent and it's dumb. So I wonder if there's something I can like stick in there. I can find a piece of old rebar, I don't know, something. Stick a piece of rebar in there. But if anybody has a chance to like eat a big old slice of humble pie, like I highly encourage it. It's delicious. You should do it. I think everybody should get publicly shamed and embarrassed at least once in their life. It's good for you, it builds character. Okay, I need to sort of make like a lawn. That's a driveway. Got like some kind of a bush thing here, or a hedge. All right. Cosmo is gonna be popping up over this hedge right here. Okay, whoops. All right, so right here he's gonna be saying something like, "Man, I'm so bored." All right, and then this dude, this moving dude, he's gonna say something like, "How do we test this thing out?" Or just, how do we test this thing? Then you can probably all imagine what's gonna happen next. is an angry bull. Speaking of bulls, was everybody's was everybody's favorite basketball team in the 90s the Chicago Bulls? I mean, I wasn't like super into sports, but I mean, of course my favorite team was the Bulls because Michael Jordan. Do mechanical bulls have like straps that go around it? Let's pretend that they do, because that way this works. Okay. And so it's like, man, I'm so bored. Oh, how do we test this thing? And then Cosmo rides the bull. That's it. That's the joke. Okay, so it is time for the mid suggestion time. So if you don't know what that is, the mid suggestion is where we do just what we did in the beginning for the first two suggestions. So now I'm doing the mid suggestion. So we're just going to do one. So you'll see the screen pop up. I'm going to go in the chat. And the first one thing, how do I say that without it sounding weird? Because that sounds weird. Anyway, the first one thing that pops up is the thing I'm going to put in the background somewhere. Okay, so let's get that one thing suggestion right now. Right, we have our mid suggestion of hallway. Sorry, Amber, you were this much too early. Okay, so hallway. Let's see. Oh, Tyler Davis, my first Comic On Demand live stream. Welcome aboard, Tyler. What's going on? We are drawing this comic right here. Okay, so I'm already kind of sort of done with it, and I just did a mid suggestion, and the mid suggestion was a hallway. So now I'm putting some kind of hallway or something in here. We're gonna do it right here. Look at that. Look at that awesome perspective. A little light right there. Boom. That's a hallway. Okay. So now I'm going to start inking this bad boy. Whoops. As always, I show, where's the camera at? I use a Micron, Pigma Micron 5 for these, the little details and things. I might need to get a new one. Hang on. Will you look and see if there's one of these somewhere? I think this one's running out. And I have like a whole bunch of them, but I don't know where they are. And there might be even one like in my suitcase thing down on the ground. This is what happens when you don't like do any prep work before your live show. You just kind of assume everything's going to go great. And then when it doesn't, you're like, whoops. Oh, sweet. I think that one is pretty much toast. Use a real pen. Where's your Bic? I know, right? Use a real man's pen. Wow, I didn't realize how dead that other pen was, because this one's going real smooth. The other one's feeling a little weird. So this is probably mostly for Tyler, because I think everybody else here has watched me do this a lot. But so I try to do this within an hour. That's kind of like the whole shtick is draw a four panel comic in an hour based on people's suggestions. So I show up, I open the live stream, and I have no idea what I'm about to draw. And then I let people give me suggestions, and then I draw the suggestions. And their suggestions was, if you can see on the top here, BYU Cougar, and then it was like a moving company trying to install a mechanical bull or something. It was kind of a long suggestion, but so I shortened it to BYU Cougar and mechanical bull. So before I showed up to the live stream, I had no idea that I was going to be drawing BYU Cougar or mechanical bull. And that's the whole magic of it, baby. Is I have no idea what I'm about to draw. So it's kind of a thing that I started on Facebook And I started it as like a drawing exercise to just sort of like get me warmed up. And I'd have people just do the same thing, like the first two suggestions, I would then draw it. Then I basically just like left and then came back in about an hour and then posted the end result. But then I was like, maybe people want to actually see me draw it. So that's where I got the idea of just doing it on a live stream. Yeah, I am talking directly to you, Tyler, because I think everybody else that's in the stream has been watching me for like the past. It's all like family and friends mostly that watch this, so they've already watched me do it a bazillion times. But I think you're the first person that doesn't quite exactly know what it is because it's your first time, so yeah, I am talking directly to you. And maybe it's a bit of a refresher to anybody who may have forgotten. Although I don't think you forgot because there's not much to remember. It feels like a year. What are you trying to say, Wayne? You already sick of it? Feels like I've been doing forever. This is episode 16, I think, right? So I've been doing it for at least 16 weeks. It's funny when you see him crack up on camera, like the episode talking about shells. That was quite memorable. Yeah, that was pretty good, dude. Like, there's kind of several reasons why I started to do it. One was just I wanted to find another avenue and something to do when I had downtime or when I didn't have a lot of work going on. And then I was like, well, if I can then also like monetize it somehow, somewhere, sometime, then hopefully it can be some kind of a revenue stream. And then also, it was actually a little bit of a part of it was a little bit of a response to like AI stuff. Because I was like, well, if AI can pretty much just do anything, what can it not do? And I was like, well, AI can't draw live in front of people and interact like this. So it's then something that AI can't do. I just kind of also felt like I needed something to get out of my bubble, you know? It's like I sit in my studio and draw alone all day. I don't really interact with people. So I was like, what can I do to sort of get out of my bubble here? So anyway, it's just kind of a bunch of reasons all mixed together as to why I'm doing this. something that I didn't think about was after it's over, the next day, like tomorrow, I create like a highlight reel. And dude, I have so much fun making those highlight reels. And like one of my favorite, I mean, I basically just like create a 3-minute video roasting myself, and I highly enjoy it. I like taking little snippets of like something I said maybe at the beginning, and then snippets of something I said at the end, and clipping those and sticking them together and creating like a sentence out of it. And so I make it sound like I said things that I never actually said, and it makes me laugh. so I do it, and I think it's funny. So I basically just like make sentences and roast myself. Hey, Greg, you finally showed up. When are you gonna make some YouTube shorts? You know what, Carson, you can eat my shorts. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know, dude. I don't really know how to make YouTube shorts. The problem is when I make the videos, I make them like that size. I make them this size. I make them, like movie theater ratio or whatever, And the shorts are vertical, so I'd have to like, I don't know, make a whole different video, or I'd have to make a video especially just for the short. And then that's just more work for me, and I don't want to do it. But yeah, I'm sure if I want to like actually get my name out there and do that kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure I have to make shorts because that's what people watch these days. So I'm going to have to like try to, I don't know, man, like make a highlight of a highlight to where it's only like 30 seconds or something. It's just more work, and I'm already falling behind on things. I don't know. But it is work that I probably should do. The highlights is basically a short. Well, yeah, I mean it is, but specifically shorts, they're specifically like tall and skinny, like your phone screen, and then they're like 30 seconds long. So I would have to create a tall, skinny video. And then usually they have like captions and stuff. And then I don't know if that's like a whole different program you have to put it through to get captions. Problem is, I'm just starting this whole YouTube thing, not really knowing what I'm doing. And not really. I just kind of started it without thinking about it too hard. or I did think about it, but I didn't think about, I guess I thought about the unimportant things instead of the important things. I don't know. I just assumed I'd figure it out as I go. Lots of shows just clip the bigger show to make the short. Use them as teasers for the main show. You probably don't have to refilm. Well, yeah, I know. Like, I don't have to refilm anything. What I'm saying is, like, I might have to make a new video with clips. Like, basically, like, create a highlight reel, but make sure everything fits in like a narrow format. Because like some of my highlight reels, I'll put words going across like the whole screen or something. But if it's just like the skinny thing like this, well, then stuff gets cut off. So I just have to like make sure it's kind of tall and skinny and everything fits in the middle of the tall and skinny stuff. So it's like not a big deal, but anyway. I'm going to put some words right here that implies the word moving. Moving company. All right. Okay. That is it, people. Holy smokes, this one went by really fast. Anyway, that's it. There's your 4-panel comic of the BYU Cougar and moving dudes doing something with a mechanical bull. I don't quite totally remember what it was. Anyway, that's it, everybody. That is the comic on demand. So you stupid microphone. All right. That's it. That's Comic on Demand show. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the suggestions. Maybe like and subscribe and share and tell your friends and advertise for me so I don't have to do it. Yeah, I need to. Hold on. What do the voice bubbles say? Sorry, hold on. Here we go. This one says, "Man, I'm so bored." And this one says, "How do we test this thing?" And this one says, "Yeah." Anyway, so there you go. There's what the bubbles. That's what the bubbles say. So that's it. That's Comic on Demand. Thanks for showing up, everybody, and we will see you next week.